I was surfing the net looking for websites to do with filmmaking here in the UK, and I came across this one, and I was quite well, actually, do you know what? I don't know what to think of this. I mean, the BBC, quite all too often we can jump at it and say this is awesome, look what the BBC's done, but now I'm old enough and wise enough to withhold judgment and not assume that everything that the BBC does is golden. So anyway, it's quite interesting. It's called the Film Network, showcasing new British filmmaking, and as you can see, it has a number of navigation options here, amongst them filmmaking, which is the page I'm on now, of course. And I think it's got sort of tutorials or something on it. Filmmaking guide. Let's have a look here. Okay, so I must be here now. View the guide. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So rights and clearance checklist. You see, that is really important. I need to go through that. Filmmaking guide, distribution, legal guide, funding. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, you know, you've got to give it to the BBC. They do often spend a bit of time putting these sites together. And I think what is quite good about these kind of sites is that it draws things together in a handy one place to visit. It may not be and it probably isn't the final word on everything to do with copyright or with rights and clearance or with training. But what it does do, it gives you a one place to go to just to check that you're on top of things. So I quite like this. Anyway, I just wanted to point this site out and so that people could have a look at it. It's got quite an interesting sort of categories of films here, and I've looked at some websites where it charges you, you know, like 60 pence or £1.50 or £2 or something like that to see some shorts, some films, and I'll post that up on online at some point. But here, let's have a quick look and see if you click on this, if it actually plays. Hopefully it will do. Click to play. Okay, well, look, I'm not going to play this. That's 4 minutes 36. So there's a bunch of films there to see, and I think that's quite good because, of course, the more films that we look at, the more we compare and learn from the movies that are out there, the better. So I've only done a couple of minutes. I'm going to have a quick look through here. So let's have a look at films. That's maybe all the films that are available. Yeah, that's it. Let's have a look at features. This must be this articles about Film Network versus a set. Yeah, it is. Edinburgh Film Festival 2010 preview. Okay, so this is like a magazine. That's an interesting photograph. Anyway, we need to make sure that Aberdeen, Dundee, Inverness and the East Coast is in some way represented on this site. That's important, and I think that's a goal of WDV Video. When I say I think, I know that it's a goal because, well, I set the site up. Now I'm just going to look at the network here, see what that is. That'll be network programs, I think, or network films. 1.0 48-hour film competition. It's quite interesting. Browse and submit. Anyway, have a look at this site. It's called, the URL is www.bbc.co.uk/film-network/network. I think it's quite a nice little site. If you have anything you want to say about it, then give me a bell. No, give me a bell. Don't give me a bell. Leave a comment on the website. I've just set the website up and I'm still learning, so don't give me a bell. Leave a message or a comment on the website. Thank you.